Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to GM Games, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Out of the Park Baseball 23 Draft to Glory with the Los Angeles Angels. You just missed me sim ahead a month because I had the audio off like a dum-dum. So the audio is back. You can see we are 11 and 26 through the first week of May. I wanted to sim ahead until we got Trout back. I simmed ahead the first month, and you guys, like I said, I wasn't recording, so you guys just didn't hear it. But we haven't been good. Trout's eligible to come off the deal. I wasn't expecting us to be good, but we've been exceptionally not good this year, so that is fine. We will send Martinez down to the minors, and we will stick Mr. Trout back in the lineup. In center field, Dell out, get Walsh in. It's lefties, get Trout back in there. Get Walsh in. Center field. I think we just run with this lineup. We can put Ohtani back at the DH. We can make him right field, and we can make him first base. All right. So there is our lineup. We got to call up a pitcher, I think, still, right? Yeah, we have to call up a pitcher. Let's call up our young guy. Let's call up Sam Bachman. Let's see how he does. Stick him in the rotation. Our rotation hasn't been good. Our pitching staff. Our bullpen has been okay. Connor Higgins had a really nice bump at excuse me, at the end of April. You can see he's up to 2 stars, 3.5, or 3 stars, 3.5 stars. We called him up, and he's been all right, but a little late bloomer. So he's our first really high development guy. So that's good to see. None of our prospects have really jumped up yet, so it's still we're still a ways off. First couple of years are going to be really bad. First couple of years are all just about the draft and the Rule 5 and not really about development. So let's go ahead and sim to June 1st. I don't remember where we're picking. I didn't look at the lottery. Are we picking? You got to be picking top 5, right? So Barria is eligible to come off the DL. I'll check that here in a minute as we're playing 3:33 baseball. Barria can go on a rehab assignment. Usually it's the bullpen that is kind of the first thing that you're able to build up because it's easy to find guys in the Rule 5. All right, draft order. We're picking second, right? Okay. Gabe Gakel. Oh, wow. He's only got 45 stamina, but that's something. Yeah, not a great draft. It's an okay draft. If Max Clark going first. I mean, if Gakel's there, I'm probably taking him. Where do they have him going? 11th. Yeah, I mean, if he's there, I'm probably taking him because, we absolutely need pitching, but it doesn't look like a really good draft. But we need to make sure we hit it on all of our draft picks, 100%. All right, we're into June. Jose Soriano. Okay. 24-year-old. He looks like he's developing. Ground ball pitcher. Been really, really good in AAA. That's nice. We can go ahead and disable his promotion. Sean Knowles gets a little better. He'll be make a nice backup. Zach Pop, the movement's getting better. He's been quite good for us. So, Chase Shores drops a little bit. A lot of the guys we drafted are starting that slip, which is not a surprise. Oscar Colas, the Rookie of the Year in the AL. I don't really care about any of that. So we have the 13th best offense and the 13th worst pitching staff. Bachman's 0-2 so far. Hasn't pitched terribly, walking a few too many, but it's okay. Yazquez still our number 1 prospect. Offensively, Ohtani's gotten off to a slow start again. Maybe we do something like this. Put Ward behind Ohtani. That worked last year. So let's see if that works this season. Sim ahead a month. And remember, most of these guys we've already signed a long-term deal, so we don't even have that much to do from a contract perspective. Most of our players that we want, we've signed long term because we've got more money than we can spend. We can't do anything with we can't put any more money into scouting, any more money into development. So we just sign players. We can't sign any free agents, so we just sign all of our players. If we look at the front office and salaries, Barria is a free agent. Probably re-sign him just to get the depth. But yeah, Trout, Ohtani, Fletcher, Walsh, Ward, they're all signed long-term because we can. So, and I guess the one good thing about kind of doing it this way is that Trout contract will never end up being a hamstring for us, because even if he ends up terrible, if he doesn't outlive the contract, we'll have the money. We can eat the contract. It's not going to hurt us. So none of these guys really deserve. Ortega maybe hasn't been particularly good, so let's send him down. Yeah, our bullpen's actually been pretty okay, guys. Look at our bullpen. Anywhere between, with the exception of Pop, who's been absolutely phenomenal, our bullpen has been really, really good. All of ERAs in the threes. Our starting pitching hasn't been terrific, but our bullpen has been good. Bullpen is always the easiest thing to develop. All right, we're almost into July, which is obviously the important month for these first couple of years here. Worst record in the league. And we are into July. So Rodriguez gets a little better. Metoyer, again, he gets a little better. He's gone from 2 stars to 2.5, 2.5. He's got that movement up to a potential 80. Our bullpen's going to be really good here in a short term. Robinson Pena gets better, so we're seeing some growth from some of our young guys, which is obviously what we need. Josh Eknes gets better. He's up to 1.5 stars. Let's go. It's my guy. Alfredo Yazquez gets a little worse, but still 80s across the board. All right, let's take a look at international amateurs. Wow. Now my scout is... Yeah, he's only good at internationals. I got to get a different scout. I really do. Let's look at OSA. Yeah. Abramo Seacon. I like the high work ethic. It's off from a contract. No, my international complex is full. Well, that's dumb. All right, let's go here. Let's get rid of all the 18-year-old half-star guys. Let's go back to international amateurs. We'll offer Seacone. He would love to come play for us, as you should. All right, so we'll see if he's interested. We'll send him up to the draft. Suarez out for 4 days. That's fine. I am recording, and there is audio this time. All right, so it looks like we signed Abramo Seacon. That's cool. So we pick up a nice bat, 3.5-star potential bat. Phillies want to make a trade with us. I'm sorry, we can't do that. Let's get up to the draft. $31.60. I don't know. I feel like the year's okay. I mean, we're not playing well, but I like some of the development we're seeing, especially from that bullpen. Our bullpen, like I said, I think is going to be pretty good. Right now, it is 6th. Yeah, I mean, we're getting some good numbers from our bullpen. really are. Connor Higgins has been look, he's up to a 75 now. Wow. Okay. I mean, the offense is struggling, but that's because we have bad players at second base, catcher, third base. Marsh isn't hitting. I mean, nobody's hitting this season, so maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to make any changes to the coaching staff just yet. No reason to. Bachman, starting pitching hasn't been great either, so I'm hoping that's just a function of the fact that we're not. Well, obviously it's a function of the fact that we're not good, but all right. So let's get to the draft. Let's see who Colorado takes. They take Michael Dixon. Okay. So we can go after someone like Enrique Bradfield, who's close to being ready, but I don't know that does anything for us. I don't know that drafting a player who's ready to go now is in our best interest. I feel like the only option is that starting pitcher. Drew Burris looks pretty good. Dylan Cupp looks pretty good. Who does OSA think we should take? They think we should take Cupp. He's not a shortstop, though. He's a second baseman with those ratings. We just went through this last season. So we're gonna reach here a little bit. We're gonna reach here. I don't even know if it's a reach. I mean, he's an 18-year-old with 3 pitches that are already plus. Great movement, good stuff, good control. Doesn't have a ton of stamina, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, Gabe Gakel is going to be the number 2 overall pick. All right. I don't want to say it's all about the pitching, but it's mostly about the pitching for us right now. Wow. If he's that good, that's a steal in the second round. Let's take a look at batters. Let's do it this way. Batting potential. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sick again, guys, if you can't tell. I went from the norovirus about 2 months ago. I got strep throat now. It's a mess. Trying to do this video with strep throat is not easy, but I will persevere as I owe you guys a Wednesday video. So I got to get this out to you. The sacrifices I make for my viewers. I think we're going to take Parker Messick. I don't know. He's 22 years old. I don't think I'm going to take Parker Messick. I think that's a bad idea. Jonathan Cannon. Who do they think we should take now? Dean Curley. Again, not a shortstop. Not a shortstop with those ratings. Probably a third baseman with those ratings. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. He looks like a decent player. I mean, we got enough money to spend that it doesn't matter. We got Liam Peterson, high work ethic. All right, I think I can safely take... Ooh, do we go after... No. I think we can safely take Messick here. He immediately becomes like one of our best starters. We'll probably start him in Double-A just to be safe, but... Colton Hartman, Colin Houck. They think we should take Christian Rodriguez, a center fielder with low work ethic. I'll pass. I would rather the low intelligence to the low work ethic. So I'd rather have this high and this low than the other way around. Let's go. This is a weak draft. Really weak draft. Looking for pitcher who might be a hitter, but not seeing any of those. Jerry and Ely. He didn't develop in this. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And you can find a pretty good offensive center or defensive center fielder. I think we're going to go Colton Hartman. Decent bat. OSA likes him more than we do, but he's got the high leader, high adaptability, high intelligence, high work ethic. He's a left fielder at best, but that is fine. Grayson Smith. Yeah, 4 decent pitches. I mean, he's not a super high ceiling guy, but we can continue to take over slot guys. It's not gonna hurt us at all. And And guys, hang on just a minute. All right, we're back. Sorry. I don't remember what we're talking about. AJ Gracia is who they want me to take. I don't like AJ Gracia. Let's go to my favorite individual pitch potential and see if we've got anybody. 18-year-old Cal Randall. Yes, sir. That's the kind of player I look for in these sorts of drafts. 3 good pitches. If he gets any sort of random talent bump, he will be a solid pitcher for us. George Klassen. Hockman, no. It's not a great draft. Not a great draft. Usually you can find a handful of players that kind of fit this mold, with the 3 good pitches and, at least the stuff and the movement that are good. Because I'm willing to take a shot on a starting pitcher who's got good stuff, good movement, and no control. Because you just never know. I mean, some of them work out. I think Chandler Best is still available, so let's go ahead and jump on him. Jared Matheson, no. Reiselman, no. I'm also a sucker for players that I've drafted in other games that have developed, like Josh Eknes. I just can't help myself. So let's look at fielding now. Fielding ratings, batters. Let's continue to find some catchers. My phone keeps beeping. Don't people know that I'm recording right now? No, they don't. They don't have any idea. Most of the people that I'm friends with in real life don't know that I do this. So they don't know. I'm going to take Campbell Smithwick because he's 18 years old. He's a catcher with good defensive ability. Mitch Jebb, 21-year-old out of Michigan State. Decent defensive shortstop, sure. Outfield range, low work ethic, Joel Brewer. High work ethic, but absolutely no bat. Jaquan Smith, no. Asher Ack, yeah, no, ugh. It's a really bad draft. I mean, thankfully, we're going to be really bad for a couple of years. So we should be able to find plenty of high-end talent as we go forward. Brandon Fields, sure. I don't know that he's ever going to turn into anything, but Zach DeCenzo, no. Liam Deegan, he's really bad. Tucker Flint. Oh, excuse me. I can take Highland Hall, right fielder. It's a good arm. Halfway decent, I guess. Who do we have left for power? Anything? Excuse me. Jason Hodges. Contact. He's never going to hit enough. Sure. It's not our pick, but sure. Dylan Brewer's fine. Individual pitch potential. We'll go back to this. Xavier Lovett. Yeah, he looks decent as a reliever. Sure. It's not my pick. And somebody took him. Low work ethic. 21. If he was 18, I'd probably take him. Let's go through and see if we have. We got a knuckleballer. First baseman, Adam Chu throws a Allen Chu throws a knuckleball. Good for him. A knuckle curve. Michael Polk. Corey Lewis. Well, definition of average, or below average, I guess. Circle change, screwball. Avery Stevens throws a screwball. This is the circle change. Colin Sajowski, high work ethic, short. Zach Robinson, yep, we'll take him next. He's basically peaked, but who knows? You know, there might be something with the work ethic there. Forkball, you know, Lawson Russell, no. Cutter, Luke Trahan, Ross Dunn, he's 21. Garrett Lambert, he's probably never going to develop that third pitch. Yeah, Patrick Riley looks fine. Struggles with his control, but Matthew Severling, yep. Just a ton of pitchers. You know, just try to find anything. And then, what do we have? Oh, Jerry and Ely's still there, huh? So let's take Sayre. Ratings look decent enough. Gap power, Ely's still there. I mean, we'll take Ely. He's not going to... And he's good defensively, but the bat will never develop. But we'll take him either way. Move on. We got, what, 2 picks left? Who's the best power bat left? I'll take Deegan, even though he's only half-star. High work ethic. He's got some pop in the bat, a little bit anyway. And Matt Shark. All right, there is the draft. I like our first-round pick, although he's flawed. Only has the 40 stamina, but I still think ultimately he could be okay. There's no reason to even consider upsetting these guys by negotiating since we have over $100 million to spend. So we will just spend it. And we should have a bunch of players now in the minor leagues. Let's do it like this. Best up, Zajowski we drafted, and he already is down to 1 star, which is interesting. Well, Hampton already down to 2 stars. Alex Stanwich down to 2 stars. 7th round pick. Jet Williams is still hanging tough. So is Bracamonte. Guzman. All right. Let's get up to the deadline. We'll get everybody signed. We'll get them locked down. And we will proceed. So we won a couple games in a row. Yeah, not really focused on the wins and losses right now. Excuse me. Again, this strep throat is doing a number on me. Yeah, I don't want any of your players. Sorry, Houston. White Sox. I don't want Jake Berger. Stop offering me deals. 38-70, worst record in baseball. Jose Suarez out for 4 months. It's fine. That'll enable us to go to Jose Soriano. He's not on the 40-man. Molina. Yeah, and DFA Molina. That's fine. Soriano. Put him right on the rotation. So Bachman 1-7, but he did pick up his first win. Bullpen still looks pretty good. Let's take him out of that role. Connor Higgins has been dominant. Holy crap. Let's do this. Let's go stopper. Let's go middle relief. Use more often. Let's switch their roles. See if that helps. Our young guys. 1, 2, 3. Disable. Messick can start in probably high A ball. Hartman and Randall, we will disable the AI promotion for. He should be a starter, but that's fine. Let the game tweak that. Disable the AI promotion on Smith. And then we can do that and let the AI kind of set things up for us. Yeah, Messick was overmatching the young guys in rookie ball. So we'll call him up to high A ball, let him finish the season there. No surprise whatsoever. Dashwood actually got better during the offseason, and he's pitched well this season. All right, well, let's sim ahead of that. We've got some development. Higgins went to 70 and 70. That is fine. We've already sort of looked at all this development. Yeah, Geckel's already dropped. But he's pitched well in his first 3 starts, so there's hope. There is hope. Let's get to roster expansion. I won 3 games in a row. Wow. 4 games in a row. Look at us. Still have the worst record in baseball. Wow. 6 straight wins for the Angels there in August. As the young players are... we're starting to see... Yeah, we won 9 in a row. We won 9 games in a row at one point. So we lose Stefanik for 3 weeks. I don't know that we have a third baseman. Kyron Paris, I guess. Sure, we'll let him come up and play third base. I'm good with that. Jeremiah Jackson's hot. Look at that. Go Jeremiah. All right. So we're 18 and a half games out of first place. We have the second worst record in the American League. Bachman's got that ERA down under 4. Soriano 1-0 in his 3 starts. All right, let's go. Let's get it done. Team is starting to show some signs of improvement. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think we should end up with more than 66 wins this year, right? Maybe. Detmers on a rehab assignment until roster expansion. We lose Connor Higgins for 4 to 5 weeks. That kind of sucks. So I guess we can just call up Detmers now. Who goes to the bullpen? I don't know. Canning, I guess? Sure. What do we want? We want him as a setup. That's fine. And let's get to expansion. All right, so we are into September. Soriano, 3-1 with a 2.05 ERA. It's been really good, even with the low work ethic. He's developing. Parker Messick is up to 3.5 stars already. That's nice. Hopefully he continues to develop. He isn't pitching well in high A ball, but the ratings going up is a nice bump right out of the chute. Chandler Best, Edgar Cuero, who was one of our picks last season. Oh, no, he was one of our catchers. He was in our system already. Excuse me. All right, so we have to call up, what, 2 players? Yeah. What's our injured list look like? We get Stefanik back in a week, so we really only need to call up 1 player. We'll call up a pitcher. We'll call up Oliver Ortega, who got sent down to the minors because he wasn't pitching particularly well. How's Paris doing? Well, doing okay. He's not really a third baseman, but the high leader, high work ethic, good infielder. Maybe a shortstop, and then we can move Fletcher to second. I think that's probably the plan for next season. So let's go ahead a week. We'll get Stefanik back, stick him in the lineup. Finish off the season, go to the offseason, do the Rule 5, and we'll sim ahead to the following offseason. Taylor Ward suspended. Stefanik eligible to come off the DL. We will call him up, and we will move him into at third. We're going to make Paris the shortstop, and we're going to make Fletcher the second baseman. So that should immediately improve our defense. Should. Third base, shortstop, second, and do that. Yeah, Rojas was struggling this season. I mean, he's still hitting for some power, which is nice, but I think he's more of a backup guy. Excuse me. End of the regular season. Lose another game. My computer is beeping, so let's shut that off. We're not even in last place, believe it or not, in just our second season. So the development is real. The development is real. Well, I guess we're in last place now. 63 and 90. Yeah, I mean, we finished with 66 wins a year ago, so we're going to come close. It's weird. I think we may end up with a worse record than last season. Nope, there's our 66th. There's our 67th. Oh, look at that. Nice run down the stretch for your Angels. 68 and 94. We'll just put them on a rehab assignment. It doesn't matter. So the season ends. We are 68 and 94. That's 2 games better than we were a year ago. Mike Trout with the .234 batting average, guys. I think the decline is beginning for Mr. Trout. I don't know that we're going to win a title before he is toast. He's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more years after this one. That's not good. Bachman gets his first taste of the majors, goes 2-9, but puts up a 1.12 ERA plus 1.9 WAR. You like that? Jose Soriano comes out of nowhere, 5-1, 2.44 and 10 starts. We got a couple of young pitchers coming along. Reed Detmers is up to 3.5 stars, but only with high scouting. My guess is if we scout him again, he'll probably drop down to 3 stars. But we've got some pitching. Offense is struggling. I can't really do anything about it, right? I mean, we just have to hope that our young hitters develop. But what that means is that we need to start paying attention to some of our young offensive players and hope that we get some bump from some of them, because right now it's a struggle for us offensively. So let's sim ahead until the playoffs end. Grab my water. Tampa, Chicago, LA, and Atlanta. Chicago and the Dodgers. So 1959, right? 1959? Yeah. The Dodgers sweep the White Sox, win the World Series. Who cares? All about the other Los Angeles team in this save. Oh, shit. I forgot to sign coaches. I'm so not used to doing that I need to get into the habit of reminding myself. So we need to find coaches. Let's do that real quick. My fault. Of course it's my fault. Who else's fault would it be? We need pitching coaches. James Fort. Sure. And we need a hitting coach in AAA. I want to sign young guys. Prince Fielder, let's go. Let's sign him to a 4-year contract. Good old Prince. AA manager. Yeah, this is all stuff that I should have done. I should have just told the game to offer contracts to everybody. You know, when you get that message midway through the season. Pitching coaches. This is for AA. Jared Gaynor. Hitting coach in AA. Steven Irvine. Cool. We got to remember these guys are only signed to short-term deals. Single A, manager. Sean Bowman. And we want development, right? Yeah. Justin Huber. You're a manager in high A ball. Our pitching coach in high A ball will be whom? Young guys. Clay Rapata. Nope. Joe Roa. Nope. Pat Robles. Hitting coach. Keith Beauregard. And we go to A-ball managers. Development. Rafael Valenzuela. Now we need a pitching coach. That's a hitting coach. Well, we need one of those too, but DJ Carrasco, sure. I'm looking for players who have good pitching and or hitting and development. That's kind of my thought process here. I don't have any idea if that's what I should be looking for, but that's what I'm looking for. Terry Bradshaw, I don't think it's that Terry Bradshaw, but nonetheless, rookie ball, what was its pitching coach? Eric Dubose. I mean, if he's willing to sign for 2 years at $30,000 a year, who am I to tell him no? If that's enough for him, that's enough for me. Bryce Berg. Now we need a pitching coach here. And a hitting coach there. Dean Kuykheffer, sure. And a hitting coach. A lot of decent hitting coaches available. Excuse me. Ernesto Irizarry. That works. All right, so we got scouts, or we got coaches, rather. Now we get into arbitration. And we may as well offer all these guys contracts. We don't really need them, but we may as well offer them. All right, so Barrio wants 1.4. 1325. 1350. Yep. And again, the reason I offer all these guys contracts is because if any of them on the off chance are considered popular, you get the fan interest bump. Not that we need a fan interest bump right now. I think our fan interest is 100, so we're okay there, but still. Griffin Canning once he doesn't want to talk. Clay Holmes, 1325. I don't think we need the fan interest bumps right now, but I don't know if there's any sort of negative modifier if they go to arbitration versus you signing them to a contract. So I just don't know. Let's get up to free agency. Looks like all of our coaches are going to sign. Oh, right. That's something I wanted to look at. Available personnel scout. Nope. Although, yeah, no, there's nobody there. I mean, I guess, yeah, he's not better because we don't really need somebody who scouts international. All right, well, we stick with the guy we have for now. Not really what I want to do, but yeah, not really what I want to do, but we'll just just deal with it, I guess, for the time being. All right, so all these guys are going to sign. And one thing we will be able to do, and it'll be more of a, probably more of an opening day kind of thing. We will end up trading people that we have to DFA. Not that we need the cash, but if it's somebody that I think is going to get plucked by another team off of waivers, we'll sell them just for the cash. Since we can't trade for a player, we can trade for money. We ended up doing that a handful of times, and it wasn't much. It was, $800,000 here, $1 million there, that sort of thing. So, yeah, we didn't make much off of it, but it was either that or lose them. And I would love to pick up Danny Jansen. So I think this year, unlike last year, where we went heavy into, that's not what we want to look at. We want to look at awards. Did we win anything? No Gold Gloves. No reliever of the year. Certainly no platinum stick. Rookie of the year. Nobody. No. Shane Baz. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, we're not gonna. It's certainly not going to. We're certainly not gonna make much off of it, but. But it will give us an opportunity to, bring back something for the player. Let's get to free agency where we can't do anything. Yeah, those guys were my arbitration cases. Let's just look at internationals. Oh, come on. Look at all the things we can't have. Including a 27-year-old Julio Urias. Let's go ahead and get up to the Rule 5. Because that's what this is about. Our offseason consists of the Rule 5 draft and nothing else. Yeah, it wasn't a great draft. It's a little disappointing. I was hoping that there would be a bit more value considering we were picking second. Did we miss the draft lottery? We're picking fourth. Okay, so we actually moved up. The Pirates moved from 17 to 3. Good for them. They finished 82 and 80 and are going to have the third pick in the draft. So we move up one spot from 5 to 4. I'll take that. It's something. See, I think unless there's a no doubt pitcher on the list, I think we're looking offense. We're looking catcher again. We're looking third base. We're looking really anywhere. Because we need to start thinking about what we're going to do with Trout because he's not going to be around much longer. Well, he's going to be around, but he's not going to be all that good much longer. Anybody here? Robinson Pena, we'll add him to the 40-man. Can't add him to the 40-man. Ryan Smith. Jake Lee, Davis Daniel, those guys can all be DFA'd. Austin Warren. I mean, he's not going to get taken, so I guess we can DFA him, but I just want to make sure we have enough space on our 40-man to make the picks we want to make. Mulreen can be DFA'd, unfortunately. Stefanik's down to 2 stars. So yeah, finding a third baseman is probably important here. All right, let's get to the Rule 5. Kelvin Caceres. Okay, all right, that's fine. He's got Edison Batista, who's a 21-year-old, 3.5 star. He's nowhere close to ready. I mean, we can stash someone like that, sure, but let's look at batters. Yeah, and right off the bat, it looks like there are some names here. Kevin Alcantara, I think, is somebody we're going to take. Uribiel Angeles is probably somebody we're going to take. Keone Kavoko, That's probably our third baseman. But yeah, we can probably take all these guys. So let's start with Cavoco because we need a third baseman. So let's start there. Let's take Alcantara. Let's take Angeles with his 70 contact. And now we can start to look a little bit. Desan Brown, good defensively. Hagen Donner, the reliever. I don't know why he's showing up there. I guess he has a little bit of bat potential. Jeremy De La Rosa, no. Antonio Gomez. I think we take him because he's better defensively than what we have at catcher. Hudson Head, no. Yuanda Rivero is good defensively. Actually, he's not. He is not in this one. Jose Tena? Not really all that good defensively. What about pitchers? Not that, I mean, I guess you can always use more pitching, right? Jack Little, 30 stamina. He's truly a reliever. Jose Alvarado is making 2.6. I don't care about the money. I mean, do we take a... Oh, we're going to have to move somebody off the 40-man, right? Yeah. We can take Caro off the 40-man. We could probably take Martinez off the 40-man now and Jeremiah Jackson, frankly. Given the players that we just picked up. So who are we looking at? Jose Alvarado. He's 28, but he's still... I love this profile. I love the high stuff in movement. Gao's pretty good. I'm looking for somebody who's kind of misidentified as a reliever who's actually a starter. But yeah, you look at those staminas. They're all pretty bad. Cantorino was really good in AAA last season. Sure, he's a lefty. Why not? All right. Any more batters we want to take? Sorry guys, I'm just drinking water. My throat is acting up on me. Joshua Mears? Meh. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with what we took. We took 7 or 8 players or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and let's just sim ahead because we are almost done. We're just going to get up to opening day and we're going to call it. Let's designated for assignment. Let's just put them all in AAA. So that's episode 2. So we are 1 game better than we were a year ago, but I feel like there's progress being made. I feel like the money that we're dumping into development is helping our players get better, right? And that's the whole point. Scouting is what it is. I'm not crazy about our scout, but until we can find someone who's better, you know, that's kind of our best option, I think. Nick Dugan down to 2 stars. I like this Parker Messick thing. That's a nice improvement. He's likely to start in AA. Costu's going to start up here. I mean, he's still at 5 stars, so, you know, to date, he's been fine. Vasquez still 80s across the board. Let's get to preseason. See if our owner bumps our financials again. He didn't, but we should still be at, yeah, we're at 90 fan interest and good loyalty. So the fan interest is dropping a bit. We are going to need to start winning at some point, but that's part of the reason I wanted to start with the Angels, was because that fan interest was so high out of the chute. And the fact that we're going to be always bringing our players back means that we shouldn't see any huge dips in fan interest, because we're not going to walk away from people. I don't pay a lot of attention to the player development at the beginning of the preseason, because you get some real spikes between the beginning of preseason and the beginning of the year. Some real peaks and valleys, kind of on both ends. So I don't pay a lot of attention to that. All right, so we are ready to go. Pitching staff, 6-man rotation. Cantorino's down to 2 stars. All right, we'll probably just cut him when it's all said and done. Suarez out there. So Ohtani, Bachman, Soriano, Rodriguez, Detmers, and Suarez. Bullpen, we'll let the AI set it. Lineup, we will let the AI set it. So it puts Paris at second, Fletcher at short, which feels backwards to me. So we're going to do that the other way. Paris has got the better range. Yeah, it feels backwards to me having Fletcher at short and Paris at second, but, you know, whatever. Angeli's going to be more of a backup guy. Antonio Gomez looks like he's going to be our everyday starter because of that defense. That's fine. Let's go ahead and sim ahead. There's our player development. Deshaun Knowles. Again, wow. Really? I mean, okay. If that's real, we just found ourselves a new outfielder. Sam Bachman continues to get a little better. Connor Higgins drops a little. That's disappointing. But yeah, that Deshaun Knowles thing, if that's real, that's great. Let's go ahead and sim up to like the 26th. That's really weird. I mean, you get that fan interest bump or the random talent spike from a guy with low work ethic. You don't see that a ton, but hey, worked for us here. Deshaun Knowles. Wow, we're gonna end up spring training over 500. Who would have thunk it? All right, so we have 39 players on the roster, including 21 pitchers, so we got to send a bunch of pitchers down. Zach Pop was really good last year. He deserves to be on the team. Cantorino, we're going to go ahead and get rid of. Kerry's going to go to AAA. Who else? Pena's going to go to AAA. Silseth is going to go to AAA. Got to send 4 more down, huh? Well, technically 3 more down because Ohtani counts as both. Baria, I'm going to send him down. I can't. Baria's not really all that good. I don't care. I mean, Baria can get DFA'd. Wentz was actually pretty good for us last season, but I think he's the guy. We gotta send 1 more down, huh? I mean, Pop is probably the answer, but I think it's gonna be Ortega. All right. So Bachman was our worst starter, but he's gonna stay in the rotation. We're gonna pull Suarez out. So it wants Foucher as the closer. He was our closer last year, so I'm fine with that. We're going to go with Rodriguez and Higgins as our setup guys. And they're both going to be high leverage. the extreme ground ballness of them, I think, works. Matoya is another one. He's going to be middle relief and used more often. Griffin Canning. Long relief. Yeah, that'll work. Pop can be a specialist against righties and middle relief. Alvarado will be a specialist against lefties and middle relief. He's really good against lefties. Yeah, that'll work. We got a pretty good bullpen. And we have to send a bunch of players down, 6 players down. So I think it's going to be Huff. I mean, he had 18 home runs a year ago. No, it's going to be O'Hop. O'Hop, Davis, Rojas. No, not Rojas. How many more do we have to send down? 4. Okay. I think Joe Adele gets the boot. Knowles is going to become our starting left fielder. Maybe our starting DH. Maybe starting right fielder. Our starting right fielder. And Ward will be the DH. Yeah. Or maybe we move Marsh to right. Yeah, I think we move Marsh to right. So we got to send a couple more players down, huh? I think we're going to stick with Kyron Paris. Rojas, can he go? He can. All right. Tice. Can he go? He can. So we're at 27. We got to send one more player down. Feels like it should be Stefanik, but he's one of the few contact guys we have on our team. Is there another pitcher we can send down? No, I want to keep all these guys on our roster. So, and this is where we start getting into, do we sell players? Like, I think it's got to be Stefanik just because we've got Angeles. All right, let's go ahead and clear the lineups. Sorry, just sending a text. So let's set our lineup. So we got Trout batting third, Ohtani batting fourth. Deshaun Knowles will bat second and play left. Ohtani's going to be our DH. Who's going to bat behind Ohtani? I mean, does Knowles bat behind Ohtani? Or do we put Taylor Ward behind Ohtani like we have been? I think we do that. Stick Jared Walsh in the leadoff spot. Don't quite like batting your first baseman leadoff. Marsh can then move to right. Ward moves to DH. Nope. Do we have too many? We have too many outfielders. Shoot. Knowles, Trout, Ohtani, Ward, and Marsh. They all need to play. Okay. Guess we take Knowles out and bat him. No, we don't. Marsh is the better defensive player, but he's probably the worst bat, so he comes out. Knowles is going to come in, play right field. Or does he play left? No, we leave it like that. All right. So then we basically need our infield. I think we do this. And bat Fletcher there at second. Keone Cavoco will bat seventh and play third. Antonio Gomez at catcher and Kyron Paris at second. So Marsh is going to play. I want Fletcher playing second, and I want Paris playing short. So Marsh is going to play every third game, every seventh game, and every fourth game. That gets him out there 3 times a week. Copy the lineup. Let's paste it. And we won't make any changes against lefties. How's Walsh against lefties? And he's still fine, I guess. Excuse me. And then here, same deal, except we're going to put Alcantara in there once a week in center field. Marsh and Marsh. And there is our lineup. Let's go ahead and sim up to opening day. We went 15-11 during spring training. A sign of things to come for the Angels. I think we should play 500 ball. We have the number 2 and 3 prospects in the game. Alfredo Yazquez is the number 2 overall prospect, and Gabe Geckel, the number 3 overall prospect. So our first couple years in terms of the international amateurs and the Kelvin Caceres. Where the hell did he come from? Where is he? In the DSL? We got 50 players here again. What are they doing? Just filling our international complex with garbage. Stop. Look at all these half-star players that my scout just finds. 1 any half-star players. Where is Caceres? Where is he? Where is he? Is he on our big league roster? No. Kelvin Caceres, do we have him? What am I not seeing here, guys? Is he injured? Is he on the injured list? No. He developed while he was waived. Oh, right. He was a Rule 5 draftee from someplace else. Right. Okay. Right. That's what it is. We'll disable the AI promotion for him. We'll leave him in AAA and see how it does. I think that's it. I think we're done here, guys. We have the top we have the top minor league system in the game. We have number 2, number 3, number 44, number 51, and number 65. We had a winning record during spring training this season, so things are looking up for the Los Angeles Angels. So that's going to do it, guys. I will see you all on Sunday night for the next live stream. We'll get through at least one season in that one. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your support. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.